welcome back. You're still watching the breakfast news here on MCOT World with us, Fi and Golf, where we start to talk about a lot more tragedies to come over the weekend, Kun Golf. But this time, this is not happening in Thailand, but in the United States. There was an incident where a lightning struck a helicopter, in the tourist helicopter in the United States, and among the people who got killed in this incident are two Thai people, and more importantly, they were just a newlywed couples.
Yeah, I know, they're on honeymoons. That's like a nightmare.
The man was Dr. Aram Kawiwong, just 30. He got a PhD at the age of 30. He's a professor at the engineering faculty from Chiang Mai University, and his wife was the doctor as well, the dentist Ratchaya Tantranon, age 30. They were just got married and went on a honeymoon on the 23rd of July. And they said that this is a tragic, great loss for their family. Dr. Aram went to the United States in order to present his research to the university in America, and he brought his wife along so that they could honeymoon after they finished working there. However, they went to the Grand Canyon and hired a helicopter in order to sightseeing in the area, and then the lightning bolt struck their helicopter and they just got killed instantly. So now their family has already contacted their relatives in the United States about the ritual in order to get their body back to Thailand.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. Now, so I guess we have to wait and see. It's one of those incidents that, you know, we wished didn't happen to anyone really. Now, moving on to another weather-related news. At this point, there has been, obviously you have seen a lot of rain, right, in the previous days. And at this point, there has been a report of very unfortunate event where we have one of the longest, well, not one of the longest, this particular one is the longest wooden bridge here in Thailand, and it's located in Kanchanaburi province. If those of you who haven't get a chance, like me, I haven't get a chance to visit the place, so this time is probably going to be hard due to the fact that there's a lot of heavy rain, so there's obviously flash floods everywhere. And it seems like as of yesterday, there has been a report that this particular bridge, the wooden bridge called Uttamanusorn Bridge, or some of the villagers would call it Sapan Mon or Mon Bridge. Now, obviously, they have talked about this particular bridge that linking two of the villages together in Sangkhlaburi province. So people normally would just walk back and forth, you know, able to visit each other. This particular bridge is 850 meters long. So it's quite a long wooden bridge. As you can see there, the collapse was quite severe, and they say that at this point, all the rescue team were actually rushing in. Luckily, no one was actually on the bridge at the time. However, they have to rush in due to the fact that a lot of people who living along the river, Songkalia River, actually are at risk of having their houses destroyed as well by this particular strong flash flood that's coming in. Now they say that the rain has been pouring down for 3 days consecutively, and they say that due to the fact that obviously when there's a lot of rain, is gushing in a lot of, you know, branches or any other materials that might come along the river, and with that strong of a current, is kept knocking on this old wooden bridge and causing it to collapse. Now they say that the bridge has been built, start building in 1986 and finished in 1987. So it took about a year altogether, and it's a joint labor force of both Thai side as well as the Mon side as well. So another tribal there that live along the area. And they say that at this point, the authorities are going in to try to see how to, you know, restore it somehow, because obviously at this point, the two villages can no longer commute. Right, so that's another sad incident that happen. But, obviously it's sad due to the fact that it was such an old, it's just, one of those landmark that right now we probably have to find a way to see how to restore it.
And now that you're speaking about the weather and the flash floods, another incident happening in other provinces as well. Due to continuous rainfall during the past weekend, Ayutthaya residential have reported about the home collapsed. And this time happens in Ban Pom district of Ayutthaya province. Residential homes along the river bank was reportedly collapsed. It's a two-story house belonging to Kun Udon Prasong Phet, age 60, and he revealed that his mother even fainted after she heard the news because she's very attached to this house. They were living in this old house for more than 10 years. Earlier, a few years ago, they had sent reports to Ayutthaya authorities to send officials in to build the temporary riverbank because the place is really old there and the construction was very weak, but nothing has been done before. And it happened this time. Apart from that, in Tak province as well, there's report of a school in Mesot district in the Ban Padet school that were reportedly collapsed due to the landslides over the weekend as well due to the heavy rains because it's situated near the mountain.
Oh
Officials
yeah, I've seen this
Tak
footage.
province,
It's quite scary.
Yes. Officials said that the building was built 5 years ago from the royal fund given by Her Royal Highness Princess Sirinthorn, and
look at that.
Housed, yeah, it's
unbelievable.
That's what I'm going to say. It just was built just 5 years ago. And the landslides is really serious. The situation there is really serious there in Tak province and the nearby provinces. Ban Hoi Phai reservoir was reportedly in serious condition right now because the water has already spilled over into the local roads in municipality of Mesot district. Traffic has been cut off and the rain is still continuing in several provinces.
Right. Wow. So be very careful. The thing is, I guess, live close to the river
or mountain.
It's not safe. Next to a mountain, it's not safe either. And obviously, we have seen a lot of monsoon lately, and this is one of the things that's, I guess it's almost like you cannot really prepare much for it. Like, not sure how you can prepare for it, but obviously, at this point, just be very careful. Keep your eyes open. Luckily, there's no injuries reported in any of the incidents, so it's all good. Now, moving on to another incident, and obviously environmentally related as well. This one is man-made, though, the impact it is. There has been a report of a leak of an oil and out in the sea, and obviously you can find if the oil is released into the ocean, it's harder to actually be able to clean it.
It's called a disaster.
Exactly. So this is just about 20 kilometers in the northeastern part of Maptaput port, or the industrial area there. As you can see, a lot of people has been really concerned. There has been a talk. The reporter has asked a few of the fishermen along the area, and they say that this is in Rayong province, and they say that on the 27th they detect some oil smell that seems to be like strong odor, and it's about 3 o'clock. They say that in the afternoon they detect a few of the oil spill that kind of heading into the summit area. And of course, this one happened due to the fact that the PTT Global Chemical Company, one of our biggest company, actually trying to transfer money, raw crude gasoline, oil. Petrol, into the ocean, and then just coming to the area, I guess, to Maptaput area, and somehow during the release of 50,000 liter of this raw oil that they have able to dig up from the sea, they say that there has been a leak, so they have to stop it. They turn off the valve right away. They use 4 of the boats to go around, and they say that they were able to use the chemicals about 35,000 liters of chemicals to try to stop all this oil from actually entering or expanding into the shore area. Now they say that they also use 3 of the boat to twirl around to make sure that the chemical and the oil mix together, and that way I guess it has one of those ability to dissolve the oil. However, obviously it seems like since it's got out, it's in such a large volume that, and you know, the ocean, especially this time of year, we talked about a lot of winds and such, so expanded really fast. Therefore, Navy has to step in, having given them help with the helicopter as well as เรือหลวงแสมสาร which is one of the biggest ship in Navy, along with a lot of the other help from other company. For example, oil spill response company from Singapore came in to the area yesterday morning to take a look at these particular case and then try to see what they can do to help, obviously. And at this point, there has been a lot of talk, especially from the authorities, saying that PTT will have to work really fast in terms of trying to make sure that no damages would be done. But obviously, it's so close to Summit Island, right, which is one of the biggest tourist destination, and obviously is going to impact a lot of sea and marine animals as well. So at this point, the authorities are really worried that there would be some grave impact in terms of the environmental impact. But of course, the PTT company has coming out and said that they are trying their best to you know, contain whatever. But this is one of the incident that once it happened, it's just so hard to, like, I don't even know how they're going to be able to make sure that it doesn't expand, because obviously if the fishermen along the area would be able to smell it already, and the thing is, along the area they have a national park as well. So, you know,
the Summit National Park.
Exactly.
The PTT said that claimed that 70% of the crude oil has been contained right now.
Okay.
So
well,
that's
the
good.
other 830 is still, you know, not very good. And obviously, if it gets too close to the shore, it would, you know, destroy the shoreline as well, which is like our beaches.
Coral reef, marine creatures.
So they probably gonna have to do a lot of studies and, you know, pay a lot of fines after this due to these particular mistakes that they made here. Right, so let's now take another short break, but we'll come back with obviously a little bit of an update on political world, so please stay tuned.